Hey there, everybody. This is Miss Losada, and today I'd like to show you some of my favorite warm ups for all you amazing singers out there. So let's get started. Let's do a breathing exercise. One of my favorite breathing exercises is actually really easy and can be used by anybody at any level. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an intermediate or an advanced singer. So we are going to hiss happy birthday. So we're going to take a breath for a certain number of beats. Then we will go ahead and hiss the rhythm of happy birthday. And at the end, go ahead and let out all the air that's remaining. Again, you can change this and have different levels depending on the type of singer and the level of singer that you are. So we can either make the beats in which we take in our air, we could make it longer or shorter, and then we could also change the speed of the hissing portion and make that either a little bit more challenging or less challenging. So depending on where you're at, you can do those different changes. So we're going to try doing this exercise together. We're going to take a breath for 4 beats, and then we are going to hiss at a relatively calm pace. Let's not go too fast. Maybe, kind of like a heartbeat, or a very walking pace kind of tempo. So here we go. Let's take a breath for 4 beats, and then go ahead and hiss happy birthday. Ready? I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, take a breath. Making sure that at the end you get rid of all of your air. Okay, so now we're gonna do a few vocal exercises, some of my favorites. So first, let's start with some humming exercises. So we are going to do this pattern. So this is a relatively close pattern, right? So we're not doing anything too big on our scale or in our range. We're keeping it really tight so that way we can make sure that we're really warming up our voices without overdoing it. So we are going to do this in a humming style. We're going to make sure that our mouth inside is completely open, making sure that there's lots and lots of space. Open throat, open jaw, everything's nice and relaxed, but open. And our lips will be the ones that are going to be closed. So let's see how we do. Here we go. So right now I went all the way up to an F major chord above an octave above the middle C. So you can go as high or as low as you feel, but I tend to stop there, especially with some of my young singers, just to make sure that I am not overdoing it with them. But you can obviously go a little bit higher or a little bit lower depending on your range. The main thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you have your mouth and the inside of your mouth and your throat open. Everything must be relaxed. There shouldn't be any tension in any part of your body, but the inside should be open, throat should be open, so that way you have lots and lots of space to work with. So another one of my favorite exercises, again with that humming kind of feeling, is to do a fifth slide, right? So again, the same concept. We want to have lots and lots of space, open throat, open mouth. Everything inside is nice and open, lots and lots of space for that sound to be ringing in there. But we want to make sure that our lips are closed, right? And we're going to be very, very gentle with this slide. Very gentle with our voices, very gentle with our placement, right? So here we go. So there I got all the way up to a G above, middle C, and octave above. So make sure that, again, you could use it either a little bit lower, start a little bit lower, work your way. You can also go a little bit further, but I like to keep it there for my students. Sometimes I'll stretch it a little bit further, but that's a good place to just kind of see and get them going. We want the humming exercises to allow our voices to gently warm up. So that's the goal with our humming exercises. Okay, so now let's do some exercises with a few vowels in them. So one of my go-to exercises has this pattern to it. So this is a moving in thirds. So we're going from so, mi, fa, re, mi, do, re, ti, do. And I like to do this exercise on a Z vowel, on an E vowel with a Z, with an actual Z in it. I like to use that vowel or that syllable because it's really bringing the sound forward into your mask. It's making it have a point to go to. So you have to be really, really, not forceful, but you have to be very precise, and you have to be have conviction in your warm-up. You have to have a place to go. So I really like using that one, and I use it with all of my students, and then I change it up a little bit afterwards to kind of get a different feel from it. So we're going to first do it with our Z vowel. Here we go. Ready? And C, 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 C. C, 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 C. G flat, G sharp. So now we're going to do the same exact exercise, but we're going to do a different vowel and a different kind of vocal thing altogether. So this one with the Z allowed us to bring our sound really forward, right? But it was also in a very classical aspect, right? So it had a little bit of that vibrato, it had a little bit of that spin to it, right? But there's a way that we could use that same exercise, but also kind of tap into our musical theater aspect, our musical theater style. And what we're gonna do is the same pattern, but we are going to do it on an ah vowel. And our ah is gonna have our tongue out. And you'd be surprised to see how much our tongue wants to be doing things. Our tongue is always wanting to get in the way. But this is a great way to do this exercise in a different way, with a different vowel placement, but also to kind of see what's happening with our tongue. If our tongue is trying to get in the way and get back in, then we know that we're not being as relaxed. Also, it's a great way to find that ping, find that musical theater sound, and that sound even more forward. Instead of having it in the back of our throat, we're bringing it really out. And it's also a really good way to figure out if you're able to belt, because it kind of helps you by getting your tongue out of the way, bringing that sound forward, and allowing everything to just kind of do its thing on its own. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. I got up to an octave above the middle C. So an octave above that. So there you go. Let's see now if that helps a little bit. Okay, so here's another exercise that I do with my students. So this one allows them to go further a little bit into their higher register and then also back to their lower register. We're going to start a little bit lower. We're going to start an A below the middle C. And so we're going to do I sigh to sing. I love this one for my chorus students especially because that gets them into that habit of having those long, beautiful vowels. So here we go. Let's do a few of those. I sigh to sing. 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 B flat. But again, you don't have to go that high. You can go a little lower. You can stop wherever that you feel that is more comfortable for you. So another exercise that I absolutely love, and it really gets your diaphragm and your engine really engaged. So we are going to do an arpeggio, and we are going to do it on ia. So we're going to go ia, 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 ia. And the idea would be is that you are engaging your muscles, so your muscles are going to do like a gallop, right? And then you are not having any tension in your mouth or in your jaw area. It's just letting it kind of drop and going ia, ia, ia. So here we go. Let's try it. Here we go. Let's go a little lower. We'll start a little lower. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Ia, 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 ia. 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 Ia, 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 ia. There I went all the way up to the high C. So again, you don't have to go that high. You can go a little bit lower. It's really up to you. You have to also see where your singers and even yourself might feel comfortable. And always remember that everything in warm-ups is a stretch, right? So we don't want to overdo it. We want to go gradual. So maybe you do these exercises more than once, and every time that you do them, you go a little bit further. So there you go.